Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we got a special review for you guys because we're actually doing anime on the normal stuff. It's not Arnes and Benny.
I know, I was just about to say, Steve, I'm shocked. You didn't squeeze us over to Benny so he gets no views?
To be honest, I don't want you guys getting it dirty, so that's why.
Oh my god, that white outfit just scares me, both of them.
Right? But anyways, we did an unboxing for Sanosuke, but I just got in the Kenshin. What these are is the Great Toys Dasin's Rurouni Kenshin figures. They've done Himura and then Sanosuke Sagara. There's also the Samurai X version of Kenshin, which depending on how good this is, I might grab it.
You don't need it. I mean, it is technically...
But it's blue and he has the one less scar.
I was going to say,
sword.
Technically he's cheaper than this guy, but you don't need it, though.
You know what made me mad is... After getting him, we had to hunt down a Kenshin, right?
Yeah.
And so this came from AliExpress.
Yes.
I do believe. And I was kind of worried that maybe we could get something crappy. Looks like we struck out the $40. And then right after you ordered it, guess what went back up for pre-order on the other site?
No way.
So I could have just got one from them.
Wah, wah, wah.
So yeah, some fun times. Well, at least they're reissuing them because I'm hoping we get more characters from the line.
It does good, and then...
Because, like, the Yu Hakusho ones, they've already said they're going to be doing a bunch. Kenshin, I haven't heard as much news about, so if you want to listen in the comment section below, if you guys have heard more stuff, it would be great. But anyways, we're just going to get into this. Also, this is from the anime Rurouni Kenshin. Loved it as a child, still like it as an adult. Easily one of my more favorite shonen animes.
It is. Back in the days, that was to watch.
Yes, it was great. And it was like, you had so many unique characters, and then...
Was it before or after DBZ? I don't remember.
It was after.
It was after, yeah.
It was, because I think it was after Yu Hakusho. No, Yu Hakusho I think was after that.
I thought it was before.
Because it was like, it started off with like, you had Dragon Ball, there's Tenchi Muyo, I remember, Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing, yeah.
And then it starts branching on to like Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Hakusho.
Toonami. God, I missed that.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a lot of my anime collection is based around Toonami. At least when I hunt down older things. So like for this stuff, it's like peak childhood, and I need this. Like this is pretty much my high school years in a nutshell. But anyways, we're just going to get into it. So without further ado, further packaging. We had the unboxing for Sanosuke, so if you want to check out that. But for the most part, it was the same as this, just different colored. But you get the Himura Kenshin. Back of the package, you get the little scar that's on his cheek. Bottom, some Liga Mumbo Jumbo.
I mean, I guess this is the way to keep the price down. Just keep it basic. It's a box. 90% of people throw them away anyway, right?
Well, like I said, I don't know if these are like 100% like legit official stuff.
You don't think so?
I'm just not certain. Like they could use the names, so I'm more inclined to believe that.
That's what I think.
Because they would have just been like the Wandering Samurai or something. Yeah, is what they would have called it. I did see though, like getting off track, but they're making 1/6. A company's making like a licensed 1/6 scale Hiei, which is odd that they're starting with Hiei right off the get go.
Why? Is he the most famous character and we don't know about it?
He's probably one of the more popular ones. To be honest, like I'd say everybody but Kuwabara is probably really popular from Yu Hakusho. Out of the main three, but Kuwabara is my favorite.
But he is the love. No, he's the best.
Yes, he's the. Man, I know. I was trying to remember what he called himself, but he had the headband of love.
Yeah, headband of love.
He fought for justice. He was great.
He fights for love, justice, and what was the other? Wasn't it girls or something like that? It was just something odd and weird.
But anyways, we're just gonna got out of this cardboard prison. We're getting off track. So now we got Sanosuke and Kenshin open up out of their cardboard prisons. First and foremost, why are they the same size?
That is actually technically Kenshin is a little bit taller. Look.
Yeah, well, Kenshin's standing straight up. I kind of got Sanosuke in a pose.
So they're exactly same height. So I'm assuming they use the same models. It's just different.
It's probably the same body. Yeah. It's just different heads, which kind of sucks because in the series, Kenshin's like not nearly as tall as most everybody else.
If you're watching this review, you watched the show, so you already know, and then you already know he's a lot shorter than that.
Yeah, so like,
ooh, nice catch.
Ooh. I'm actually kind of surprised that Sanosuke actually stands. So if you want them next to each other, you're gonna have to kind of pose it.
Yeah, that's a little bit closer.
To get them to work right. Like, it's doable, that's for certain. But it's going to take a little bit of...
I mean, you can't complain too much, Steve. It's $40, man.
No, I did see, too, that some people were swapping him out with, like, a bodycoon. Because it's a smaller figure. My only concern is the head might be a little too big for that.
Definitely will be a little
but
too big
I'm
for
kind of thinking I want to try it. But anyways, let's go over Kenshin's accessories and then we'll get into Sanosuke's. Also realized I forgot to turn the brightness down on the camera. But anyways, first and foremost, it comes with a crap ton of faces. So what you get on the figure is you get basic, kind of just staring. Nothing too exciting going on. Then you get angry looking to the side head. You get kind of as like when he gets smacked on the head or something. Or confused, maybe?
I think it's one of those from the...
I guess surprise. Surprise is the word I'm looking for.
It's from the show.
Because he also... That's another headpiece. This is the one where he gets smacked at the top of the head. So you get swirly eyes. You get... looking to the other side, but still kind of the same expression, but his eyes are a little more wide open. And then you get closed eyes. Kind of his happy face.
That's a happy face?
Yeah, you can see it's got a little bit of a smile to it. And they all have the scar on the cheek. I'm not certain they're all in the right positions, though. Because you can see, like, that one's got a predominant X. This one's X is kind of missing a little bit.
I think it's like based on
this one's like almost in his eyeball.
Yeah, I think it's based on what the eyeballs are.
So you do get quite a bit. You also get a extra hairpiece, which I'm not 100% why. Swap it out. Maybe we'll figure it out then.
It looks exactly the same though. Oh.
No, there's
yeah, there's that thing in the center.
Yeah, I was gonna say his hair is a little more sprayed outwards.
Yeah,
that's what.
It's got to go to one.
That is weird that they got. They gave it like that's an odd accessory. Like I'm excited that they gave us stuff like that. Like that's pretty sweet. One of the weird things too is how these heads swap out. Is you actually remove the faceplate. The faceplate's where the ball joint goes in, and you take like this expression. You pop it on.
I don't know. I'm a little turned off, and yet I'm kind of approving the expressions because the way they change the faces to them. You know what I mean?
Right? Like that is awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm digging that.
But then if you compare, like you said, the scars, it's a little bit off.
Yeah, this one's it still works for me. To be honest, I think the mouth should be a little bit higher up because you can see the lip. And then it's shifted down a little bit. So it's not quite the right placement. But it's still, it's not a deal breaker. Like him on the, like standing there, still going to work pretty well for you. Then he also comes with the sheath. And then you get his sword, the reverse blade.
Is it reversed though? That is the question.
Yeah, you can see here it's got like the little...
Because I was going to say, that is the whole spiel in a show.
Yeah, because you give it the one cool thing is you can see it's kind of hard, but the blade is on the back, and then this side is flat. You can even feel
it's sharper.
The flat edge. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more of a sharp edge on this side, which is how it should be. It's also super duper shiny. Does it fit in the sheath though? It appears to be a no.
Wah, wah, wah. Well, God, it looks bigger than the thing.
Just a little bit. Can you take
me higher?
To a place. But
it's okay, Steve. We won't get blocked.
Oh, okay. So you do get. That's weird. So you get a broken sword, but this can go in. At least I.
Oh, get out!
Wait. I think I'm just being a Steve. So it's got to be this way.
There we go.
And you can have...
That was scary for like half a second.
Right? And then you can pull it out, and it's kind of... It's like he broke his sword. Kind of wish it was a little bit of a tighter fit, but...
Is it loose? Oh.
It doesn't take much, but it is a thing. Then you also get this display stand, which is literally the exact same thing you get with Sanosuke. So they both get the same wooden frame stand. But what's kind of cool is if you have multiples of these, you can connect them. So you can make like a wood floor or like a dojo floor if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. From my experience, these don't go in here very well though. Like it takes a little bit of force and I'm always afraid to break these things. And you also get 2 variations of clamps to keep the figure in place. Just a...
But why is there 2 different variations though? That's what I'm saying.
Depends what you're doing.
Oh.
So you can hold them in place with that one. Or if you need something with a little bit more sturdiness, you grab the bigger clamp. Like that, like Kenshin ain't going anywhere. He's like, help! Help!
His only weakness was the clamp.
And then for his hands, you get a pair of punching fists. You get a pair of like open hands.
Yeah. I guess you can cut the... Oh, no. No, there's a thumb one. There you go.
Yeah, I was like, you got the sword, like, kind of sword gripping hands. Then you get regular gripping hands, which you get, I think, a pair. I'm just not seeing them currently. You get open ones. That one's got its finger pointing a little bit more because you also get the same ones for the other side. So all in all, you get 5 extra pairs of hands. If you want to swap them out, grab at the base of the wrist, apply a little bit of pressure. I kind of want to see how this thumb one works.
You heard what Steve says, apply a lot of pressure.
All the pressure, and then do the same in the reverse. And then try not to break your sword when you're putting his hand. Thankfully, the hands are a little loose.
I don't think the sword and the face goes together, Steve.
It's fine. Don't question me.
He's shocked that he's got to kill all these people.
Right? He's like, why is there so many people trying to murder me? I don't understand. Cool thing about the detailing is his outfit is all cloth.
I don't know if that... I'm iffy on that because I'm scared that would get so dirty so quick.
Right? But the one thing is like, you get play value with the figure, and then you also can mess around with the clothing to get even more play out of it. Because now it looks like he's getting ready to go wash some dishes. Yay! And he's got his pants here. Got the belt around the waist. Kind of curious. Oh, it's got a elastic strap holding that in, which is where I imagine you kind of put that through. Yeah, like so. Yeah. And then customary geek chest shot. We don't do it just for the girls. But I don't think Kenshin...
Ew, Steve.
Wait, is he wearing pants? I think I see a different color.
Grab a scissor, we'll find out.
Better yet, I could probably just pull these down.
I think it's just a shirt. Yeah.
Oh, it is just a shirt.
PG-13, baby. You get 5 seconds of nudity, Steve.
Hey, if Marvel can have a sex scene, I think we can too. Anyways, again, there's a lot of play value. Now I'm gonna have to adjust and fix his clothing accordingly. Yeah, sometime or other. But overall, I thought like the outfit looks great. The strap's a little bit weird on the side, but again, I think it's kind of a necessary evil to be able to put the sword in to go through. It's just a little odd looking. Not much detailing on the actual figure. It's pretty basic overall. He's definitely a very pasty white, but then again, he was kind of like that in the show. I don't think... You think for a wandering samurai, he'd get more of a tan.
Right? It's pretty pasty. Kind of reminds me of you, Steve, with the hair and the skin color. Is that why you liked him so much?
Heck yeah. I just wish my hair could ever have gotten this long.
Technically,
it can't. Not anymore.
You would just have the Hogan look, you know.
What you gonna do, brother? But other than that, the detailing on the hair looks really nice. The seam line on the head isn't super noticeable. Like right there is probably the worst offender because even on this side, it's not too bad. All in all, not too bad for $40.
No, you can't complain, and that's what I was like trying to say. $40, you can't complain.
Like, this guy definitely comes with more than like your standard figure arts. Would probably have been easily $10 extra.
Yeah.
And then for Sanosuke, I think we're going to kind of do this in reverse, where we'll go over him and then his accessories, because for the most part, a lot of it's the same outside of his head, and of course, his giant Zanbato, which actually has some weathering to it.
You watching Ichigo now in Bleach?
Is it that what it's called? The Zanbato.
Hey, I know, but that definitely sounds like something from Bleach.
Actually, I think it is. I think that's in Bleach.
Good question.
I'll Google it. You're sitting back there, figure it out, work it out, man. But it's got a little bit of a light gray here at the hilt.
What was his name again, Steve?
It's Sanosuke, but Zanbato is what the sword, I'm pretty sure is what the sword's called. Well, it's got nicks in the blade. I think I could use a little extra paint to kind of weather it, because they definitely had a little bit more of a color to it in the anime, but I think they did a pretty good job replicating. Also looks like he just has a giant steel rod here. That's for the handle. But the one thing is, it's not super heavy, so you can still, like, you guys saw it earlier, but he was standing up by himself holding this thing, which is kind of nice too. Like, his arms as such are very sturdy for holding this weapon. It slides up pretty easy. For the actual figure,
makes you feel better, Steve? It's from both of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, now that you mention it, I do believe they called the swords Zanbato, and then his is literally the Zanbato.
Yeah, it's a sword style.
Yeah. But anyways, for his head, looks really good. Outside of the hair, like, it looks like it does in the anime, but the way it lines up with the head is not nearly as well as I would like it. It's definitely got a bit of a gappage issue going on there. Granted, for the most part, like, angle-wise, you can kind of adjust it too, because you see it kind of lifts up there.
What?
And a lot of that, it's just kind of like, if you're messing with his head, you kind of got to finesse his hair and his faceplate and stuff back into place to get it to kind of line up right.
Or is it designed to do that?
I hope it wasn't designed to do that. I think it's just not quite placed right. To be honest, if you heat it up, you could probably get it into place better. But straight out of the package, this is pretty much what you got to work with. But he does have the headband going around. One thing I do love is they actually have the kanji on the back of the shirt, like he did in the anime, to signify his group that he was a part of. It's also got the little bands on the side here.
Alright, so I already feel like he's way more than Kenshin is.
Actually, I think Kenshin ended up costing more than him.
No, I'm talking about, like, way more, as in he comes with, like, better details than Kenshin, because, like, just the insignia on the jacket.
Well, he had more going on than Kenshin, to be honest. Like, Kenshin was more like he had the long hair and the sword made him really unique. Well, he had, like, writing on his shirt. You got his, like, wrapping around his stomach here. And same with on the arms. He had the different colored wrappings. So you have the red on the one side, the white on the other. And then same with the legs. He also has wrapping. So he's body-wise, he's definitely got a lot more going on. Granted, they did kind of inch up, kind of doing the shading. He's got like this little bit of black here at the top to kind of show some definition. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it, like you said.
He's definitely really thin.
He needs to eat.
Yeah, he's got like that fighter body and but outfit looks really good too. I'll wait all the time. Also super terrifying because I'm afraid to touch the thing because I'm just going to get dirtier and dirtier over time just from making contact with the clothing. But what's nice is the clothing doesn't really hinder the articulation at all, which is something we didn't quite go over with Kenshin. But you do get...
Well, it's a cloth. I feel like that's like should be like common sense thing.
Yeah, well, it's like you're not going to be able to get his arm up super high because the way, at least on some cloth figures, it stretches, but thankfully, because his is open, you can definitely get a lot more play out of it. But, like, you're mainly only getting about that far back, that far forward. If it was off, it would go all the way around. Very squeaky elbows, but nice bend. Hands rotate.
Like my knee.
Right. Have a little bit of forward and back. The head has multiple joints, so you get play at the top of the head, play at the bottom of the neck as well. So... a lot of motion there. Waist goes forward and back because it's on multiple joints. Legs could go outwards about far. It's also got a cat hair right there. Inwards about that far. It's got a couple actually here and there. And then we already showed the knees, but the feet can rotate and then forward and back too. And then the Kenshin's literally the exact same. Because it still has like open shirt. Actually, to be honest, I think the legs you get a little more play out of it because of the way the pants are set up. But for Sanosuke's accessories, because I already did this video, we did the unboxing, all their stuff's kind of just hanging out in this thing. Sanosuke's stuff is in the back here, so I'm just going to start pulling it out.
I was wondering what the heck you were doing with that thing when you set it aside. I'm like, what is he doing?
He's got parts. The UU stuff's in the middle, the Kenshin stuff's going to be here, and then I throw out the boxes.
It's a smart thing, I got to be honest with you, Steve.
Yep. But Sanosuke, you get looking to the side head. You get grinning, really kind of clenching teeth face. You get just blank expression. On the actual figure, forgot to mention, but he does have the yelling head.
I feel like it comes with the same faces, just different characters, you know what I mean? You see what I mean?
Because he also has closed eyes, too. Yeah. So it's not drastically different, but you get mostly the same stuff. Though, you'll get a pair of clenched fists. You'll get a pair of more like karate-esque hands, where it's like the clench, like cha. You get a pair of relaxed hands, and then the pair of gripping hands. And I do believe that's about it.
So it's sort of similar.
Yeah, it's pretty much like instead of getting the thumb holding the sword, you get the like martial arts hands.
Yeah.
And then they also would have came with the same pair of... sorry, not the same pair. He comes with the same exact stand. And for some quick comparisons, here we have the Kenshin and Sanosuke figure compared next to some SH Monster Arts figures with GMK and Shin Godzilla. And here they are next to some other anime figures in my collection with the SH Figure Arts Trunks from Cell Saga and the Figma Roger Smith from Big O, which... definitely much bigger then. And here they are with some other figures I remember from my good old Toonami days, with some Gundam Universe figures of the Sandrock Gundam from Gundam Wing and the Burning Gundam from G Gundam. And here they are some little bit, well, I guess larger scale action figures with the McFarlane Gunslinger Spawn and the NECA Thylog from Gargoyles. And finally here they are with some other great toy figures with the Yu Hakusho ones, with Kurama and Yusuke Urameshi. With custom 3D printed spirit gun. So over for the Great Toys Dasin's Rurouni Kenshin figures of Kenshin Himura and Sanosuke Sagara. I love these things.
Yeah, you can't complain, honestly.
Yeah, they run like a little bit over $40 a piece. Picked up the Kenshin off AliExpress. Sanosuke was from ZK Toys. It's also the same place where I got the Yu Hakusho figures from. Which was really pleased with those, and super pleased with these, which was something I wasn't even sure I was going to dig that much, because to be honest, the cloth, I'm kind of concerned about, like I mentioned, with you have to keep it clean. It needs to stay in a display case so it doesn't get dusty. And the one thing that I made it more okay for me is I have my 12-inch Star Wars dolls are all cloth.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of used to having some stuff hanging around, but these guys in particular, especially with them being more meant to be actually posed and played with, I definitely want to keep it to a minimum, especially with these guys having lighter color clothing.
No, I mean, it looks like you would get it dirty, but I think as long as you keep your hands clean and not mess with them, you know?
Wash your hands before you mess around with them.
Oh, yeah,
for the most part, make sure the surface area is clean. Yeah. That you're doing your photos or what have you with them. But like for the amount of accessories you get for them, they're definitely more of a bang for your buck than with the figure arts.
I was just about to say one of the good things, or one of my favorite things on them, is their silly accessories like the face expressions. The broken sword was kind of weird, but I guess it
how they went about that. But then again, because in the anime he uses that sheath as a weapon.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have just a sheath with the sword handle, because then you don't get the pose of it as much. And you already made a sword, so instead of just making a translucent piece or something that's going to slide in, just use part of the sword.
Yep.
It's already there. So I get why they did the things that they did. So if you guys watched old Toonami and are into Rurouni Kenshin, probably my favorite figures. To be honest, I had the Pop-Up Parades pre-order of the Kenshin stuff because there was Kenshin and whatever the villain's name was, Shishio?
What's the name with the S?
I'm pretty sure
I just looked at it because it was
the bandage dude.
Yeah.
The name's slipping my mind right now. But I had those on pre-order, but then I saw these were a thing, and I'm like, I definitely want action figures and about the same price.
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to pose the stuff. And I like Sanosuke better. Like, Sanosuke is my favorite character from that series anyways. So, cancel those, got these, and couldn't be happier with my decisions. What do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite Toonami action figure or Sailor Moon? Just what you think, please let us know in the comments. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. If you guys like to keep up to date with channel and donate, we greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That punch didn't
Punch harder, Steve.
I'm trying.